Today I'll share 3 yoga poses that you should avoid to improve your spinal health, especially your cervical spine, and I also provide alternatives for you. Now, what is forehead posture? This is when your head is jutting forward. Okay, so we call it text neck also. So the head is not directly over the shoulders, it's tilting forward at a certain degree. Now our head is about 10 to 14 pounds heavy, so when it is tilted forward, it causes a lot of strain in the neck. This imbalance can cause neck pain, headaches, and even shoulder tension. While yoga is a fantastic way to improve on your physical and spinal health, however, some yoga poses, if done incorrectly, are going to cause more tension in your neck. Now let's find out what are the 3 yoga poses that you should avoid if you have chronic neck pain, forehead posture, and also what are the alternatives that you can practice. Now let's start with the first pose, which is the headstand pose, Sirsasana. Now headstand is a classical yoga pose. There's lots of benefits because of the inverted pose. There's going to be more blood flow in the upper body. However, if you have a head forward posture or you have weak core strength, you're not able to stabilize your shoulder blades. A lot of times when you're practicing your Sirsasana, your headstand pose, you're going to put a lot of pressure in your neck, and more so if you have head forward posture. Now this compression can cause more neck pain and of course also move you further away from your neutral cervical spine alignment. So it's going to cause you more discomfort. Now I'm going to suggest another option for you, so you can practice the dolphin pose. Now in fact, most of the students who are new to headstand, we always start with the dolphin practice to strengthen the upper body. So let me demonstrate the dolphin pose. So we can start in this position where we're going to gently grab hold of our elbows like this. So the elbows shoulder width apart, anchor the elbows down. You can interlock the fingers. I'm going to tuck my last pinky in, tuck my toes and press the forearm down. Okay, press the toes down, lift up my hips. If you are not too strong, you're new to this, just walk your feet maybe 1 or 2 steps back. And then as we exhale, you're going to just move the chin forward. And inhale, draw your hips up. And as you exhale, chin forward. And if the hamstring is not too tight, okay, you can always walk the toes slightly closer. So you're going to have a more inverted pose position. So from here, we can press the forearm down and lift the hips up. Okay, and we're going to move the chin forward and keep the hips up. And you can hold here for a little bit, okay, without the head touching. And you can feel the benefit of the modified headstand pose. And from here, slowly lower the knees down. And always return to your child's pose. Hands beside the feet. Gently turn the head to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Release all neck and shoulder tension. Coming back to center. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly crawl up. Now the next pose that you should avoid if you have chronic neck pain is Satrangasana, the classic shoulder stand. I'm going to show you the modified in a short while, but let me just explain. This classic yoga pose requires you to flex your neck deeply. Now in this position, you're putting a lot of weight on certain part of your cervical spine, and this is hyperflexion of the neck. And this is not ideal for people with head forward posture or chronic neck pain, so you want to avoid this. But you can still practice the shoulder stand, but you can go into the modified version, and I'm going to show you how to go into the modified version. Now we're going to place the feet on the wall, this is a modified version, and move the body closer to the wall, and then slowly peel the spine off. You can still feel the benefit of the inverted pose, but in a much safer way because your neck is not hyperflexing. So I hope that this helps you. The last yoga pose that you should avoid if you have head forward posture or chronic pain is the plough pose, Halasana. So you can see from here that we are really hyperflexing this position, keeping the hips over the shoulders. And of course the goal here, if you do not have neck pain, is to really revitalize the thyroid gland, so we have the chin very close to the throat, all right, touching the throat for most people. So but if you have chronic neck pain, this should be avoided because we're putting much stress in the neck. So what we can do here is to maybe have another alternative, which is to do the cat-cow pose, okay, because you can also feel the mobility of the spine. So I'm going to demonstrate the cat-cow pose, the alternative pose. So we can see here, we are elongating our spine. This is a much safer way. We can still increase the mobility slowly with your breath. You can reduce. This can truly reduce tension in the neck and shoulders. And it's really working the whole entire spine. Remember, yoga is about listening to your body, so do not feel that you're missing out if you're not doing certain poses. The poses that you're practicing should be aggravating any pain. So I recommend you to come back to your breath, come back to your body, and just stick with the modified version. You want to have a balanced practice. It's not about reaching the destination again, but it's about the journey, all right? So you want to feel balanced throughout. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd like to invite you to join me in my free newsletter where I continue to share more tips on how to practice if you have a chronic pain, enhance on our spinal health, and improve on our mental well-being. Continue to practice safely, and this is one video here that I'd like to recommend if you have more time right now. Have a great practice, and I'll see you next time.